Wanna take him up, him a bleed out. Quick now, man.
Take him up, bumbuckler.
You're not get that chance.
What a go on, peeps, you know it's your boy G, and welcome back to the Francis Family channel. Well, as you can see, me alone there, cool, but you don't know, K's not here, so, you know, I have to just make sure say, take on the thing and make sure say, you know, things that happen just as per now. Alright, so, for today, you know, me actually I'm gonna do a video in relation to, you know, a video I saw of a father actually, you know, killed his son, you know, shot his son. He was pronounced dead. You get me mean? And you know, I'm just looking at it like, yo, how is it? How is it? You know, how did the father actually arrive at that point to actually kill your own flesh and blood? Your son, biologically, your child, you groom that child from a tender baby stage, tender age, go right up to, you know, all the way up to a man, because he was a grown person at the time at his of his death, right? So you grow your own child, and no matter what, you literally have the guts for, you know, kill your own child. Now, when I see the video, people, I have to actually look into it and I say, what could have really be the cause, you know, for a gruesome act? It's like, you know, and well, it was said that he's basically Elias Faramola. He's a businessman. He basically operates a business in well-established business in the Papine era, right? And he has two sons there actually working alongside him. I guess they are basically a part of the business along with the regular staff workers, right? So, you know, and well, it's alleged also that, you know, the father, as in the person who has done the gruesome act to his son, is also a person where, you know, they kind of describe him as someone who literally not have respect for even his workers, right? So long story short, it's more of a case where, you know, there was maybe some form of disagreement, whatever. The father and the son went to the back of the premises, you know, and basically I have a talk or confrontation in relation to maybe something will maybe happen. You get what I mean? And it's like from the outside looking in, it's more of a case, yo, how is it that he actually arrived to that point where he could literally pull his license firearm and kill his own flesh and blood, right? And I've seen the video, right? And well, the first video I saw was passersby actually, you know, saw what was happening and video and whatever. You get me mean? But earlier today, a video was released from the surveillance camera of the building, the premises surveillance camera, that was actually released, and it showed everything that basically transpired at the back of the premises, right? Even though they weren't most you couldn't literally hear what was happening, but the visual was there, right? And at no point in time I could actually see where the son actually approached his father in a way where his attempt was to try to harm him, right? To do anything towards him that he would actually would have the right then to defend himself, because based upon what I've heard is that the father reported it that it was an act of self-defense. Now, seeing that video, because I saw this yesterday, right? And then I was looking at it and I was saying, all right, you know, there weren't much information in regards to it, right? But at the end of the day, you know, there was a report that it was an act of self-defense, right? Now, seeing that video today, the surveillance video, I like for someone of my experience in relation to stuff along that line, there were no form of, that wasn't an act of self-defense from my point of view, right? That wasn't an act of self-defense, because at the end of the day, they weren't. From what I saw, the son didn't approach the dad with anything to anything threatening per se, right? At the end of the day, so there weren't nothing. I don't see a reason why he should actually pull his firearm. You get me mean? And say, yo, you go shoot your son. And it's so funny. It's so funny because I like watching the video and I was seeing all of that and I was like, yo, nah sir, this can't real. It's like watching a movie. You get me mean? It's like this is the whole act was like watching a movie. And to see how everything transpired, I think the second, because there was a third person, and I think that was the second brother, or it was maybe a worker, right, along in the midst of everything, and when the son and the father basically have a little tussle in terms of them a back and forth with each other, and then the son went away, you get me mean, and then come back. He went away and come back, but at the end of the day, there was nothing visible at that point from the premises surveillance. There weren't nothing at all visible to say, all right, the son go away and come back, and he might come back with something for harm him father. You get me mean? So I didn't see nothing from that standpoint that, yo, all right, may have a disagreement, whatever, I may go for something, I may come back, then I come defend something. Cause up until this point, there isn't substantial evidence in relation to what transpired. Good? Nobody don't really know what happened. What caused it to be cause things to actually go that way. Alright? So looking at it, the son came back, and then the father and him in the same old act, and then him not do nothing more than pull him gun and shoot him son. And alright, this is it. Sometimes you might in a situation where you're heated and then you just snap, right? You snap, and then you might look back and you say, yo, like after when you do that act, at that point in time, you're supposed to come back to your whole humanitarian self, and I say, yo, this really happened? Like, me literally, did I just do this? You get what I mean? At the end of the day, watching that video, there was no farm. It's like this man was a total monster, because for one, the father not do nothing after him shoot him son, and him son dip on the ground. The man not do nothing. First of all, his first act after that, the man go kick him son, kick him on the ground. You get me mean? Kick him. So he was like, he's like, I that if you get then, or I dead if you dead. His whole act was non-humanitarian, none whatsoever. After that, based upon the view of the whole video, the same workers them, because they were in close proximity, because at the time before the shooting, one the third person that was there, well, I kind of suspect it's a worker, and before the father shoot him son, the third person literally take away himself because him say it gonna happen. Get me I say? And him basically try to take cover for save his own life at the end of the day, because things can happen during that state. However, as I say, after that happened, the father no do nothing more than kick him son, like literally kick him, and then demand the persons that was there open the gate. They had to, and out of fear, they are going to. You get me? I mean, them open the gate. The son was actually in the roadway, the entrance, the exit to go out. And the father, like, if it wasn't for the other two persons, if it wasn't for the persons that were there, the father would have drive over his own child, his son, after all of that. Drive out and left him son. It's not a case where, you know, him say, alright, shit, you know, so I mess up or whatever, and, you know, come back to yourself then and say, alright, at least you gotta try if you know, rush him to the hospital then. You get me? I say, him drive out and left him same way, same place that somebody else have to transport him. Right? So looking at that, you know, it says a lot. It says a lot, and at the end of the day, like, for a father to a son, listen, you know, I kind of take it personal. I take it personal because this is one thing I literally look on, like, you know, how is it that you can be of the whole creation of someone that is a part of you. You're a part of the creation process, right, of your own child, and in that instance you had to take your own child's life, right? None of that may not see nowhere necessary. It wasn't necessary. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter the farmer disagreement or dispute or whatever did even happen, right? At the end of the day, people can have disagreements. People can have disagreements and altercations, whatever. Nothing can too smooth. Good? But at the end of the day, it warrants you to literally take your own child's life. So at the end of the day, you just show say, like, to you as a businessman, it's like you literally tell yourself, say, yo, you don't have nothing to lose, or you're bigger than the whole of this, or you're above the law. And this is the next thing too, in terms of persons who literally get personal carry weapon, a personal weapon. I think from my point of view, I think it should be a case where, you know, more I would say proper investigation and more processing in terms of persons applying. You get me? I say you're supposed to can get a total breakdown of a person's history, what the person's mental state is like. So I think there should be a reform, because at the end of the day, you can't put a killing mechanism in somebody's hand who literally not have no form of self-control. Good? And the whole of that literally displayed in that video. Good? Because the father never think for say, this no warrant me for draw my firearm on my own child or whatever. You get me I say? So at the end of the day, it says a lot. Say, alright, so the criteria is basically, if you get a personal firearm, you have to maybe have certain form of assets, business, you have to be a part of the security forces or whatever. You have to be established. But at the end of the day, you know, established persons, because all right, even for this case, he's not the first person who literally have a certain status that has done something stupid like this. Good, we can backtrack on the X6 situation with the school youth. Good, I don't remember what his name, but I remember that situation, right? And at the end of the day, there weren't no justice for that case, and the youth dead and gone. Good, but and you know, for look on the whole thing now, him do him act and him go cry self-defense, right? How can you literally have a heart for even I go cry self-defense when you already know everything what happened from before, right? And you are gonna try to cry self-defense, and at the end of the day, are your own child. So it's like you don't have no form of, you don't have nothing in a you. If you say, yo, my frig up, and I better me just go stand my own my punishment, whatever gonna happen, because me did wrong. Good. Anyways, you know, I think based upon all of this will happen now, I don't, from my point of view, I don't think his case of self-defense will go anywhere, because the video is there as proof, right? So the act of self-defense there, it never go nowhere, and it's so sad to see the whole act say it even happened. You get me? I say a father killed his own son, and it kind of bring me back now to how society is right now. This happened, and me not see no whole heap of people run with it and try to say, you know, I try to get it out there more. You get me? I say, and build an audience for it. But at the end of the day, if it was a case of a gruesome act against a female, it would be all the way. They would have pushed it so much. And this is about how society is. It's not level, it's one track minded. You get me? I say? So just as how justice should be served for somebody who has done a gruesome act to a female, it's supposed to be on the same level for the opposite gender. That's my point of view, and I think that's basically one of the best way for, you know, kind of bring a balance to how things is in life. Because at the end of the day, how me see it, when nothing happen to them, when killings or whatever harm has done to the male gender, it's not a case where it's run with and say, yo, you know, this nothing happen or whatever. But as soon as something happen to a female, then you hear a whole lot of things that said man this and man that or whatever. But at the end of the day, the same males that are killing females are also killing males. You get me? I say? So it's supposed to be, the balance supposed to be on the same level. But I'm not stray from the topic in relation to that. But it's more of me just iron it out where that is concerned. At the end of the day, as I say, for this, you know, the father there, him heartless. Me can tell you, he is very heartless, because me can never go to the point where I would want to harm my own, much less. Because it's even hard for me to harm somebody else which is not my own, much less to go harm somebody which is my own. And if I am at that point where me literally I go harm somebody, it would be a case where I defend my life, I defend my family. You get me? I say? It has to be along that line But it not gonna be a case where, you know, me and a man have a simple dispute or whatever, and then the first thing me I gonna do is try to kill that person. You have to show me say you try to take mine, and the rest is history. You get me I say? So how I see it is just, I think the power of the weapon is being placed in some person's hand that don't deserve it. You get me I say? They don't deserve it. And it's a really sad situation. It's a very, 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 very sad situation. And you know, for see the amount of things that are happening in Jamaica right now, it's like you can look on it and say, yo, these are really the last days. These are definitely the last days, because things are just going some type of way right now. Well, I don't know, but I'm never say still, you know, people have to just protect them own, protect who you can protect in your surroundings, be careful, and you know, just try to live life on the straight and narrow, you know, cause and at the end of the day, you have to look out for anything, because anything can happen at any point in time. So you have to depend on the alertness there. You have to have that sense of alertness, you know. And I know it's just a sad situation, honestly. For everything, not even for just this case, this act, but for all of what happen right now. You know, it just doesn't look good. Definitely it doesn't look good. It don't look good. So I don't know. It's like, to how things are going on right now, it come like not even prayer can help. Me I tell you, because I can tell you there are a lot of people right now who are praying, and come like not even prayer can help what happen right now. Me I tell you. But you know, as I say, people on a whole, everybody on a whole, you know, now for just be cautious, be mindful, be alert, because it just a happen. Things just a happen. It just a happen. You know, but you know, that are basically my view, you know, my 2 cents on the whole issue, and you know, basically bring me to the end of this video, right? And as I would normally say, as you know what I mean, please like this video, comment in the comment section and tell me what y'all think about the whole act, you know, because more than want to hear person's point of view. If you know, we're basically on the same path, if there's any other information in relation to what had happened that persons might maybe know about, you know, can share in the comment section and let me know what you think. Good? So as I say, you know, please like this video, share and comment, and this basically brings us to the end of this video.